Yo, what up, Street Dogs? Eric Kim, or The Thought. How to work more. So this is hilarious because it's like a little bit antithetical to what I typically talk about, but these are my basic thoughts. So it's not to work for work's sake because that's stupid. And when I say work, I kind of prefer this word plork, which is like a word that we made up. It's like play work, plork. And you know, certainly it doesn't really, it's not really that sticky, so I'll just call it work. To me, to work is to exert yourself, to do something, to make something. It's funny because like lifting weights is called working out, but work is seen as like this really bad, you know, kind of evil, hateful, dreadful thing that we don't like doing. But what if you love the work that you did? And so for me, you know, this is where I think about like, you know, creative work or whatever. Anything you do to create something that's external to you is a creative act. And so for me, I like to create videos, I like to create ideas, I like to create blog posts, create photos, you know, words, whatever it may be. And to me, it's actually really fun and interesting because there's still so many new things that I have yet to discover or created yet. And that's kind of what keeps me going, and that's what's fun, interesting, and entertaining for me. So anyways, so to me this is actually really important because it's one of my personal life imperatives and goals to be as creatively predictable and productive as much as possible. Not predictable, productive. And for me, creative productivity is life. It's like where I'm doing stuff, I'm creating stuff, I'm making stuff, and I'm kind of having fun with it. And so for me, any form of playful work is good work. So how do you work more? So I follow Nassim Taleb in terms of this via negativa approach. So via negativa means don't do anything you consider boring and hateful. So anything you consider hateful to you, just don't do it. It's very simple. To me, it's in life, one should only work on what one really cares for. And you know, even there's a nice Nietzsche quote is, for every man who knows his why, he could discover his how, which means if you know what you love, if you know what you're passionate about, if you know what kind of work is really meaningful to you, it's going to be pretty easy for you to basically sustain yourself. For me, money is only good for two things. One, paying rent, and two, buying meat. Besides that, everything else is not necessary. So typically what I do and what's helped me become more productive and to work more is essentially to cut out things which I consider untrue work or kind of bullshit work. It's like the work that, you know, is like answering emails for the sake of answering emails. This is the kind of work that, you know, you just kind of consider boring and loathsome. And as long as you're just kind of doing whatever you love, it's not even gonna feel like work, and you're actually gonna be far more productive at whatever you do. And so, you know, it's some simple ideas. If you want to work more, just do less bullshit stuff. So for example, things that I don't do the phone, I don't do the emails, I don't do the, you know, anything else. I don't do social media, I don't do news and stuff like that. And I only focus on creating and producing, and to directly stream anything that's on my mind and anything that I find personally interesting and enjoyable and kind of fun for me. So if you live a life where everything you do is created in a spirit of play, you can work more. And yeah, the funny thing is that like essentially I work like what, 12 to 14 hours a day, and to me it's never work. It's something that I find fun, interesting, and enjoyable. And essentially it's to not censor yourself, it's to just create and to not really edit. I mean, I think to me, all ideas are good ideas as long as this, even if there's a 1% chance that it could inspire or motivate somebody, it's worth creating and sharing. And so even the simplest setup is the best way to be more productive and to work more. So for example, shooting this on a Lumix G9, the Leica Lumix 12mm 1.4 lens, the Rode video mic with the Windjammer on top. And this setup is good because it allows me to focus on just creating and less editing. So I just shoot it 4K, 60 FPS. I don't edit nothing, don't edit the sound, just shoot MP4 files and just directly upload to YouTube, youtube.com/upload. And also ways to work more. Things which kind of distract me or kind of kill my productivity. Like, I don't eat food during the day. And actually the big thing is, if you want to work more during the day, it actually takes so much fucking skill to sleep early. I really think this is the ultimate life hack. Is I'm trying to get to bed like 8. Like, essentially I have blackout curtains. I close my curtains at around 8 o'clock. Make sure all my ducks are in order. And then I start powering down at 8 o'clock, turn off the screens and, you know, anything. And then I start reading books and stuff like that, chat with Cindy. And because the thing is, inevitably, you're not going to sleep at 8, right? Like you're still kind of dick around and do stupid stuff. And then maybe you'll realistically fall around, like sleep around 9:30-ish. Also, I don't play video games, stuff like that. And actually even, in order for me to work more, actually even getting a quick lift and a quick pump, you know, like, you know, doing some quick yogas, body weight exercises, do some weightlifting is good. And I'm actually pretty convinced if you actually want to work more, just go outside more, walk around more, get some more fresh air, get some more sunlight. Sit as, actually I don't sit, I don't even sit no more actually. Even when I'm working my laptop, I'm either doing a standing desk or I just flamingo leg, one leg, and I put my laptop on top of my thigh and I do some work there. And the more I could stay in motion, the better. There's this interesting essay by Nikola Tesla, The Problem of Increasing Human Energy. And it's something that's actually interesting to me. It's like, how can I master motivation? How can I keep moving and stuff like that? I mean, it looks like this living in this minimalist luxury apartment concept is actually hugely productive for me. Also, we're lucky because we got like gigabyte, you know, like fiber optic internet, so I could just keep uploading and streaming without any delay. And so that's been really good. So it's just essentially to work more, just take out the kinks of things which hold you back and stuff like that. And to know that it's just a practice too, is that like you'll never be perfect. That ain't even the goal. To me, it's to be more unobstructed, to keep streaming, to not censor yourself, to share everything that's on your mind. If I could straight up just live stream and have everything pre-recorded to the cloud, I would. So maybe it's like my Matrix effect. Drink a lot of water, black coffee, and when you break your fast, try to break your fast in the evening sometime. Eat a shitload of meat, water, pass out, sleep, rinse and repeat.